Well, hello everyone. I don't know what the heck is going on with TikTok today. Holy cannoli. I went to hit live and it just all of a sudden freaked out on me. And now I'm trying to I think it's working. Let me see if I can get Alex here. Now everything's all changed up. That is so weird. Hold on everybody. I'm trying to that's weird. Hold on, everybody. Bear with me here. Technical issues, and no, I did. Well, I did push some buttons, but I had no choice. I had to. I had to try and down. I had to download the newest TikTok version. It just out of the blue up. Hey, Alex. Yeah, that was so weird. So I went to hit go live, and it said update or cancel. So I hit cancel. I thought I'll do it later, and then it said no, you can't do that. And I'm like, what? So the whole thing just went flipped out, and now I have new screens. I don't know. I'm assuming we're live on the other.
Yeah, you're live on the other platforms. You're good.
Well, that's so weird. Jeez Louise. Well, my apologies, everybody. It was Adam. Like it was technical issues.
Sam's pushing buttons.
I had to. I had no choice. It said I had to update. I tried to cancel out of it, and it said, "Oh no, no, no. There'll be none of that. You will update." So I said, okay, I don't know what the heck is going on. Well, heck, exactly, Alex, exactly. How the heck are you, Dave? Oh, did we lose Dave now? Oh boy, is it gonna be one of those days? I'm wondering what the heck is going on here. Wait, let's see. Are we coming back? Is Alex gone now too? Oh my gosh. The wheels have come off officially.
TikTok sucks.
Wow. Okay, well, I think we've got.
It's fighting me on this end too.
Is it really? I wonder what the heck they did. The whole thing's different. Alex is black. You're fuzzy. I barely got on. What the heck is going on?
There we go.
Jeez Louise. And when I went to set our live goal for the day, it was all changed up. So I don't even know what the hell happened with that. My apologies, everybody. Well, let's say some good mornings. Let's see who's here. Excuse me. Rick Sr. is here. Said he couldn't find you. I know. I could literally. I'm about as punctual as anybody could be. So when it was 8:59 and I hit go live, and it just went into this whole arbitrage of technical jargon, I couldn't get on. So anyway, well, we're here now. Pure Blood Holly Johns is here. Vicky Veronic, PJ Party said, glad to see you. You were not on the others either. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on. Gary Murphy.
He wasn't on because he hadn't clicked the buttons yet, guys. So it wasn't a TikTok error. His TikTok studio needed to update. And then it took a couple minutes for everything to update and the computer to do its thing. So.
Yeah. Well, we're here now. Gary Murphy said TikTok is weird today. I know. Joy said, wow, I had a hard time on TikTok getting you. Yeah, I know. Rick Sr. said we need a backup plan. So here's the backup plan, everybody. Go to Rumble and follow me on Rumble. Rumble is, free speech. They seem to have it figured out. But I would encourage everyone go to Rumble. And if you're not sure which channel is mine, go to samshalhoub.com. And you'll see buttons for every platform that I'm on. It'll take you directly to my channel. So give that a try. Look at this whole thing is different here now too. Wow. All right. Well,
well, the whole layout's different. I was on it last night, as you know, yesterday afternoon. Little housekeeping real quick. Everybody up there in the top corner next to Sam's name, the little banner, if you guys would click that and send him the daily heart, the daily like me. We're trying to do things to get the algorithm back where it needs to be. Also, of course, always tap the screen. And if you could share it out, even if you share it to yourself or share it to me, I don't care. But please help us out.
Yes, thank you.
It's just 1 penny. It's just 1 penny.
Yeah, it's one, and it's the Heart Me? No, yeah.
Yes.
Heart Me. Okay.
Yeah, Heart Me.
Well, let's see. Who else is with us today?
There we go. See, that one will be your head. That's the one.
Okay.
Join my fan club. That's the one.
Okay. Lisa Piquel is here. Good morning, Lisa. Mama Bear said, geez, finally made it in Grand Rising, everybody. Well, yeah, it's not just you, Mama Bear. It was me. I couldn't get it to update. Let's see. Sherry's here from East Tennessee. Good morning, Sherry. ADC is here. You said squirrel. I know this was like a grizzly bear sized squirrel, I'll tell you. Beaver's here from Colorado Springs. Troy Armstrong is here. Pure Blood Holly John said, Freaky Friday. Boy, isn't that the truth. Beach Chair Farmer is here. Good morning, Beach Chair. Brian is here. Hometown Girl is here. Sue B. Go with a Good Heart from Texas is here. Who else do we have up here? Let's see. Oh, my goodness. Wendy is here. Good morning, Wendy. Oh, Jan Lovin being grandma. Brian.Dellet.1. Now, hey, everybody, again, go over to Brian's website, to his profile on TikTok. He's in the chat, so click on his name, follow him. We need to get him up to 250 followers so we can bring him on the show. Charlie is here. Melissa Flinner, sassy Minnesota girl. Martin's WB is here as well. April Burgess, Martini Time. Holy cannoli. Everybody's popping in. David, Diana Lynn 10. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Let's see. Who do we have over on the other platforms? We have, oh boy, we have got, Janet Nelson, who is Jan Lovin Being Grandma, is on YouTube. Said she couldn't find us on TikTok. Yeah, because we are having some technical issues. But I would encourage everyone to go over and follow me on Rumble and YouTube as well, because we just don't know what's happening with TikTok. Earl Shannon is here. Good morning, Earl. David Morales. Doug Rice 71 is here as well. Shoyeb Shaki, I'm sure I butchered that name, is here from India. Well, good morning, Shoyeb. David Morales says, that's 4 minutes we're never going to get back. Refreshing everything. I know. My apologies, David. David Morales says, can't put a man on the moon, can't get online every time. Boy, isn't that the truth. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy, we have some trolls over on YouTube today. Oh, boy. All right. Well, let's see. Brian's in Hawaii today. That's right. I forgot. He said he was heading over to Hawaii. Hawaii. Lisa Piquel said, hey, I got my Youngevity 90 Essential Nutrients package. So excited. Yes, I'm telling you guys, everybody, go to samshalhoub.com, click on the Get My Supplements button, and get your Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Get the Healthy Start Pack. That gives you the basic 3 that you need. Myself take it. Alex takes it. All of us take it. Absolutely get on there and get those products. They are the best thing for your body. All right. Alex, what do you think with all of this hoopla? We have some indices today.
We do. Welcome in, everybody. It is a fabulous Friday, 19th of December, 2025. Got to get that date right. Markets reacting well this morning as far as the stock market goes. S&P 500 is up. Let me clear my glasses. 54 points to 6,829. Dow is up 255 points to 48,207. NASDAQ is up 254 points at 23,261. Looking at the commodities market, oil is up 46 cents to 56.46 a barrel. Gold is up $14.50 to $4,379, and silver up $2 today at $67.30. Looking at the crypto market, I wished it was up as much as the rest of the markets, but however, it's not. Pretty marginal gains today. Bitcoin up 0.5% at 88,058. XRP up 0.1% at $1.90. Ethereum is up 1.9% at 2,983. Stellar Lumens up 2.8 at 22 cents. And Cardano is up 2% at 38 cents. Looking at today's drops, I'm going to read a couple. The clock is ticking. This is December 19th, 2018, post 2626. It links to an NBC News tech article. The clock is ticking. When will the first alarm ring? If the Senate was the primary target, majority control, 53-47 active when. Executive order designated targets when active ongoing investigations. There's a lot of sealed indictments, SC. It's all going to come out. U1, which we know is uranium one, dossier, CF, etc., SH. I have pretty good sources, SH. There is a reason why SH, SC, and JS are on stage. And if you go to post 3738 and 3739, they are identical. They point to an Epoch Times article, and the title of that article says NSA Director Rogers disclosed FISA abuse days after the Page warrant was issued. And what it says in response to that article is important to read and understand something big is coming.
Interesting. Well, and I'm not surprised that something big is coming. There's big things happening every flipping day at this point.
Well, at the end of the show, towards the end of the show, I have a 4-minute clip from General Flynn just a couple of days ago that I'd like to play for everybody.
Sure. Let's see. Hometown Girl is here from Iowa. Sue B just got here. Let's see. Boy. Okay, so we normally do Donut Fridays for the Daily Goal, but all of that has changed. So now we're trying to get the Heart Me's. And that, I think it cost a penny, but if everybody sent a Heart Me, that would push us in the algorithm. And I don't know what the heck, but if you would, that would be great.
Yeah. We'd like to have like 25 of them, I believe.
I think it's 25. There's one. See, just like that. The one says join my fan club. Sassy Minnesota Girl said, have you read the guidelines on TikTok? It's a pretty short read, but pretty broad with certain things. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is what it is. I Speak 1717 is here. D, good morning, D. Yeah, I know we had a hard time getting on this morning, or I did. Kelly Thurman, too, is here. Good morning, Kelly. I Speak 1717 said, steak and lobster to the military. Some know what that means. I'm not sure what that means, but maybe you could fill us in. All right, let's see here. Dave, why don't you do a farming and agriculture report?
I sure can. I hope everybody's Friday before the big week is beginning. Just so remember, be nice to all the retail people this week. It's not their fault that you waited until Mary's water to break before you go out and shop.
Exactly.
Did you see that post I put up there on FB? So, yeah, corn is down 1 to 2, soybeans down 3 to 4. Wheat is mixed across the board. Cattle is up 1.75%, and hogs are up just over 0.6%. Sounds like the Senate is going to be looking into more farm aid to put on top of the USDA bridge assistance for the tariffs. So looking at another possibly $10 billion to possibly get approved by the Senate. So we'll see what that consists of.
Excellent. Thank you, Dave. And yes, that was a classic joke. I loved it. Let's see. Sherry is here. Oh, Barbara Barr said, I know what that means. I don't know what it means. We'll have to see. Blue Flames just showed up. Melissa Flinner, thank you for all the gifts. Brian Della, thank you for the gifts. Paco's here. Hey, Paco. Kathleen Garcia just showed up. Hey, Kathleen. Hokey Gigi, Donna Fox, Kissing Bandit and Lipstick, JP Metal Slayer. Everybody's piling in. Love to see it. Welcome in, everybody. David Morales said steak and lobster means prepping for an active mission and active deployment. Ooh, I didn't know that. Interesting. See, look at this. My camera keeps getting messed up every time. That's so weird. Oh, well. Teresa Faria Contractors here. Good morning, Teresa. Let's see. Ruby just showed up. SF Trash Panda's here as well. Good morning, everybody. Let's move into some stories. So we've talked a lot about the entertainment industry and how they typically lean left. And to say the least, most of them are not Trump supporters. Well, we talked about Halle Berry saying that Gavin Newsom would not be a good choice. And now we have Kelsey Grammer saying that he thinks that President Trump may be the greatest president ever. From Hollywood, well, my hat's off to Kelsey Grammer. I love to hear it. Alex, what do you think of it?
Well, it's quite a different opinion than what Rob Reiner had.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, no doubt about
Dave?
that.
We see how that is going. I think it's going to continue. I think as it becomes, we'll call it safer for people to be authentic in their views, we may see a lot more of this.
Right. And like I've said many times, I have a lot of friends that are in the entertainment industry, people that you would know by name if I said their name, but they won't come on the show. I mean, they would if it wasn't politically motivated, but they won't because they're afraid they won't get another role in Hollywood. And I can't blame them. I get it. Absolutely, I get it. Lisa Maria, what are you doing, girl? We're watching you. I see you're here. Welcome, welcome. Okay, let's see. Moving on. Oh, and we will have, we should have Dr. Glidden here today for the Health and Wellness Show. And usually around 9:30, he'll pop in. Now, Dave, we're going to come to you first on this one. Farmers and police clashed in front of the European Union headquarters. What was that all about?
Well, the EU is pushing for a greener, cleaner, less fertilizer, basically taking away the farmers' livelihoods over there. And just to give them a heads up, they shouldn't mess with the farmers, especially the livelihood.
Exactly.
Plain and simple.
Exactly. Alex?
When I was a kid, my brother's 15 years older than I am. And I don't know if everybody remembers when all of the farmers went to DC, but my brother actually drove a tractor from the panhandle of Texas all the way to DC. I'll echo the statement that Dave just said. Don't mess with the farmers.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so everybody just see that little thing that popped on top of my head, join my fan club. That is a heart me, right? And we need to get to, I think it's 25 of those today. There's this whole new algorithm. We think we've got a beat on it now.
50. We need
50. 50 of them. Okay, and I think it cost a penny. So if you would hit that heart me and send it to us, we're trying all kinds of different stuff with TikTok. And I think it's working, but we'll see. Valerie James just showed up. Towie Bixby's here. Good morning, ladies. Glad you could make it. Native San Diegan is here over on YouTube. David Morales said, Michelle Obama was due at the Reiners for dinner that day. Yes, they were supposedly. Interesting timing, don't you think? Mm-hmm. What do we make of it? Well, I guess time will tell.
Was their chef supposed to go too?
Exactly. No, he's still swimming in the lake, so to speak. I know. I shouldn't make fun of somebody who passed, but that's hinky, to say the least.
Truth is stranger than fiction, folks.
Isn't that the truth? So Rolls-Royce is threatening to leave the UK and come to either the US or Germany. Now, I mean, I would love to see them come to the US, but that is a significant, I mean, they're a UK company and they're basically telling the UK pound sand unless you guys get it together over there. What do you make of it, Alex?
It's a pound sand type of situation. Look, businesses are in business to make money. And when it's more expensive to do business in a particular place, they will take their business somewhere else. The beauty of what Trump is doing is he's putting tariffs and doing the things that he's doing with the economy to make it make sense again to have your business in the U.S. I mean, I wouldn't mind driving a Rolls, right? Probably not my style, but it makes sense, right? You're in it to make money. So it makes sense that if you make it difficult for me to make money, I'm going to go make money somewhere else.
100%. Dave?
Yeah, the red tape that the government brings in, no different than the state of California or New York or, Europe. If you got high red tape between environmental issues and stuff like that, it's going to cost you money. And they can calculate how much that extra red tape and BS costs them. Exit stage left.
Exactly.
Plain and simple.
Exactly. Ruby, thank you for all the gifts. How sweet. Oh, let's see here. Charlie. We got a snow globe from Charlie. How sweet. Helpful Honey is here. Laura McCrae sent the heart me. JP Metal Slayer sent a bunch of lightning bolts. Charles Osborne, thank you for the heart me. Yeah, like I said, everybody, this whole new thing with TikTok is about the heart me's, and if you can send them today, that would be great. We're trying this new thing out. We're trying to get to, I think it's 50 of them. I mean, we should be able to knock that out of the park. And also too, if you want to join as a super fan, TikTok, and this is something that's not in my control, but TikTok is offering a 50% discount to become a super fan. It benefits the channel. It helps our algorithm. And, it's much easier for me to see your comments when you are a subscriber in the chat. That's one way to get around having to wait for me to say something, because there's so much that goes on in there. It's difficult at times. Diane is here. Pure Bullet Holly John said, I wouldn't mind a silver ghost in my garage. Yeah, exactly. Twist your arm, Holly. I know, exactly. All right, well, let's move on. So California, and Alex, I don't know if you can pull up a picture of this or not, but there's a startup called Nautilus that announced that Indian carrier SpiceJet will order up to 100 of its new airliner called Horizon. It's a triangle-shaped blended wing body. The aircraft replaces the traditional tube and wing design with launch planned for early 2030. Now, Alex is going to try and pull up a picture of it. In the meantime, Dave, what have you heard about this?
I did a little studying on it. Obviously, I don't know if it's a more efficient or who produces that. Is that a local?
It's called Nautilus.
Is that a U.S. carrier?
Yeah, it's called Nautilus, and it looks like looks like a stealth fighter jet.
Yeah, I imagine it's all carbon fiber and everything else. I didn't do much research into the jet itself.
Yeah, I don't know. Were you able to find a picture of it, Alex?
No, everything's coming up with their SpiceJet's actual planes, but I don't see the Nautilus.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I wish I would have sent it to you on, but
there we go.
You found it?
Oh, un momento, por favor.
Okay.
There it is.
I want to see. I want everybody to see it because it is a significant change.
So Sam said 30 to 50% less fuel burn and emissions.
Yeah, look at that thing, you guys.
30 to 50%
Talk
more.
about futuristic looking. And I would think with that new design, there'd be a hell of a lot more room in the cabin.
Looks a lot like a stealth bomber.
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought.
Well, who knows?
Yeah. Mama Bear said.
Well, 30 to 50% across the board.
Yeah, I know.
My God.
I know.
That's crazy.
Mama Bear said, I'm creeping in the background. I'm mixing color. She's a hairdresser, just so everybody knows. She's not doing something.
No blue.
No
blue hair.
Blue hair, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Jan Lovin being grandma said, oh, cool. Yes, I know. It's really cool looking, I think. It's pretty cool. David Morale said, Rolls-Royce is all German by name, motors, not jet engines. Huh, okay. I'm not going to read this other one over here on YouTube. It's a little spicy. Hey, thanks, Charlie. Thank you for the happy Friday. All right, let's move on. So the White House announced, and this is what I titled the dispatch today. The White House announced that the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts is now going to be renamed the Trump Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. Now, this is proof, again, that all of this was negotiated a while ago. Do you think that someplace like that is going to make a move on the dime, like changing the name, unless it was been talked about for years? Just my opinion. Dave, what do you think?
The liberals' heads are exploding. I can hear it all the way from Iowa.
Exactly.
They're like in panic mode. You can't do that. It's set in stone. It's there. You can't do it.
Wrong.
Exactly. What do you make of it, Alex?
Crazy.
Well, I mean, what you're saying is that it could have been in the works for a while, but I mean, if we really look at what he's done in the last 10, 11 months for the Kennedy Center with renovations and bringing it back from the brink of collapse, and I find it a little symbolic because who was one of his best friends? Junior.
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Exactly.
Jr.
Exactly.
So, and you've got RFK Jr. What a great, tribute to the legacy of that family. So I don't know. Maybe there's comms.
Well, I'm sure. And when it comes to comms, you guys, everybody needs to go follow Stormy Patriot Joe, Absolute 1776, Joe Rambo, and Dave over at News Treason. Those guys are the best of the best, in my opinion. And I would highly encourage everyone to follow them. Kathleen Paschke over on Facebook said, I like your hat, Alex. So do I. That's really cool. All right, let's see here. NC Patriot just showed up. Hey, NC Patriot. He said, Trump in Rocky Mountain, North Carolina tonight. Rocky and bumpy mount equals precipice. Ooh, nice dig there. Interesting put together there. PJ Party said, is Dave okay? Yeah, I think he's okay. Well, aren't you, Dave?
Best that could be.
Hey, but
I think so. I just got to heart me as an example.
He's mega.
So somebody just put in the, hey, Benji 1959 just showed up. Hey, Ben, glad you can make it, brother. I see James in the chat. Why isn't he coming up?
I don't know if he's at a good spot. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, that's weird.
All depends on it. All depends if he's got good signal or not, I think, because he's still trying to get some more stuff on up in Minnesota for a load today.
Oh, I thought he was
Don't
back
be
home.
rude.
He's going to be back home, but it may be a short turnaround.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Is what he said this morning.
I speak 1717 said he's hungover. It's possible he was testing beer the other night. I don't know.
Don't be rude.
Exactly. Laura McCrae said, morning from a cold and snowy Ohio. Ooh.
Hey, keep that up there.
Yeah, no
Up
kidding.
north.
No thanks. I'll pass. Hard pass. Okay, so President Trump signed an executive order reclassifying marijuana. A Trump train! There it is! Big Ben coming through with the Trump train. So Trump signed an executive order reclassifying marijuana from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3 drug and relaxing the regulations. Now, as all of you know, I'm sober. I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't do any of that, and I haven't for a lot of years. I have no problem with people that decide to smoke marijuana. That's their choice. And I think from a physiological standpoint, it's much better for you than alcohol. I mean, from what I understand, and plus the benefits of CBDs, I mean, they are abundant. So I think President Trump's making the right move here. Alex, what do you think?
If you know history, then you know history. But the attack on that particular plant has been one for a very long time. I do believe that in a lot of ways it potentially is a gateway to other things for youth, having been one of those youths myself. But the benefits are undeniable for what it can do from a perspective of helping cancer patients, helping inflammatory response with CBDs, helping with nausea. So what he's done is really opened the door for us to dive in and really see what, because there haven't been these studies and these tests, right? It's just been the hearsay of those that do. So I think it'll be interesting to see and interesting to find out what clinical studies start to show us about the benefits of that plant.
Right, exactly. Dave?
That, and a lot of this may, as Trump of never doing a drug and never doing alcohol in his life, obviously he was told us what the positivities of this stuff does. So maybe it was a twist by RFK to lower this down to open up a few more doors for it. So we'll see what that consists of.
Right.
When he announced it, what was the guy's name? The multi-billionaire that went through cancer, and that was another one of the driving voices on Trump to say, hey, you really need to look at this.
Right.
Right.
Well, and again, everybody, I don't want just because I'm sober doesn't mean I pass judgment on anybody else for what they choose to do. I think, as long as you're happy, nobody's getting hurt, I'm all for it. Whatever you want to do. It's just my personal choice to be sober. And I don't think.
It's hard not to be happy when you're high. I mean,
whatever, right? And again, I think, look at James sending us gifts. He must be out of good reception or something.
Does he want to come in? I don't know if he wants to come in.
No, I think I saw in the chat that he couldn't do it today look who just decided to show up. It's about time, young man. Let's see if we can get him to come on. Well, good morning,
yes,
Dr.
sir.
Glidden.
Ho ho ho!
Oh, you got your ho
Hey,
ho, pal.
I have a quick question for you. Does that look swollen to you?
No. In fact, it looks a little anemic, actually. How are you, Doc?
Best day of my life so far. Good to be here.
Oh, excellent. How's the ankle feeling?
90% better.
Interesting.
Almost kicking field goals then.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I was on a live chat the other night with my subscribers, and you know, everybody knows I rolled my ankle, and there was a woman who's a subscriber, and she said the same thing happened to her a number of years ago, and she fixed it in like 2 hours with light therapy.
Wow.
No kidding.
Yeah, so I took a deep dive into that. I got all the equipment, I got the books, so I'm gonna start investigating light therapy in 2026 and see if there's a there. I think there is.
You know, and you might want to, I may want to put you in touch with a friend of mine, Scott McKay. He's the Patriot Street Fighter. He's literally got millions of followers. And, oh, look at Alex. What's that?
Look at that.
Nice.
Light.
He's way ahead of me.
Yeah. But
He's way ahead of me.
Scott owns he's a partner in some light therapy offices. So if you're interested in talking to him, I'll introduce you to him. He's a great guy.
Yeah, that would be great. I've had anecdotal reports from lots of people over the years that it's a very effective therapy. And you know, this is beyond like just the red light therapy, which seems to be all the rage now. Right. This is, if you're going to heal, you know, musculoskeletal injuries, then you use a certain frequency of light. If you've got a sore throat, it's a certain frequency of light, and so forth and so on. So I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah.
And, you know, if we had medical freedom, this stuff would have been figured out a long time ago.
Right. Well, Doc,
Have you heard of? Sorry,
No,
Sam.
go
Go ahead. Dr. Kruse, Kruse. He's one of the leading brain surgeons in like the world. He's very incredibly intelligent man, very much against the big pharma and other things, but from a neuroscience and the way that he operates. But he is a huge advocate for the red light therapy. He has it in some of his clinics. He works with professional athletes and this and that, and he tells the story of an 80-plus-year-old man that he just gave the keys to his clinic because he lives in, I think, Costa Rica or someplace like that most of the time, and gave him the programming, the amount of time that he was supposed to spend in front of a light wall, red light therapy wall. And the old man 3 months later had a eye doctor's appointment, and he no longer needed his glasses.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, there's a there, and you know, this goes to the metaphysical nature of illness and the energetic nature of illness and how it affects the body mind, and that's the whole foundation premise of homeopathy, is that all illness, well, the majority of illnesses, I'm not talking about if you have a bullet in your arm, that's a different thing, but chronic illness is rooted first there's an energetic disturbance, which then trickles down to the material, and the best way to treat that, to fix it, is with an energetic medicine rather than a material medicine. And of course, what we see is in the crazy pharmaceutical drug culture of today, which is all material medicine, nothing gets cured. And this is the biggest disconnect, I think, that stands out in boldface in my mind after 37 years of doing this, right? That people pay a small fortune in medical insurance premiums over the course of their life. It's a small fortune. And while they've been shelling out massive amounts of money, it only gives them access to one type of medicine, pharmaceutical centrist MD-directed allopathic medicine. And while they were under the care of those people, they got sick. And everybody seems to be okay with that. And then the solutions that the people who their medical insurance gives them access to are non-curative. So the heartburn's never cured, the depression is never cured, the arthritis is never cured, it's never cured. The only thing that can be cured once in a while is a bacterial infection, and we could have a whole conversation about antibiotics. But my point is that this is how disconnected people are from the reality, right? It's orange is the new black. Well, whatever. Sickness is the new health. Everybody's sick all the time. And this has become the new normal. And it's nuts.
Doug Rice 59 said light therapy, 432 hertz, and copper will heal fast. Kissing Bandit and Lipstick said yes. I had a doctor that used that on a throat infection years ago. Jan Lovenby and Grandma said, can light therapy help back pain? I can barely walk. Well, Doc's going to be digging into that. Oh, thanks, Charlie. Doc's going to be digging into that, and I'm sure he's going to be bringing us quite a bit of information. So Sassy Minnesota Girl said, okay, I want to get one, so let me know which one to buy. Hopefully it's affordable.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff was extremely affordable. It was like less than $40.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, I'll keep y'all up to speed with it. For the back pain person, there's a saying in medicine that when you hear hoofbeats, you think about horses before you think about zebras, which means you think about the most common things that cause things before you think about weird things that cause things. So with chronic back pain, the first and second and third things to consider. Number one, you're unwittingly eating food that's causing inflammation in the body and that's hurting your body and making it hard for your body to fix itself. And number two, here's how many nutrients your body needs. Here's how many nutrients you have. And then things start to break. So the first two things that we do with any chronic condition, especially musculoskeletal stuff, is we clean up our diet, we eliminate the 12 bad foods, and then we fill the body's nutritional tank up with all 90 essential nutrients, not just a boatload of this or a boatload of that. We do holistic medical nutrition, not fractionated medical nutrition. And the third thing to do concerning chronic back pain is you need to rule out musculoskeletal disconnects in the body. So you have to find a good chiropractor, go to them, see if there's a mechanical thing that needs to be fixed, right?
Biomechanical.
You can't fix a mechanical thing with nutrition. You can't do it.
In fact, my brother, Dr. Mike, God rest his soul, he wrote a book on spinal biomechanics as soon as he got out of school. Super important.
Well, you know, a good chiropractor is worth their weight in gold. No
100%.
kidding.
David Morales over on YouTube, who's from the UK, Doc, said, talking with a lot of people daily, always find an opportunity to drop in a reference to Dr. Glidden. There's a lot of people suffering out there. Absolutely.
I mean, everybody is, man. It's horrible. I mean, just go to Costco.
Yeah, exactly.
And just look at everybody walking around. It's unbelievable. It's like zombie land.
Hey, Doc.
Which brings up
April Burgess. Oh, sorry, Alex. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it brings up another question about if someone is in the medical field and they want to transition to, you know, your way of life and thinking, is there a path? Is there any advice for them that they could make that switch? Because once you're into that world, it's pretty hard to make those changes.
Yeah, there used to be, right? So when I was matriculating through naturopathic medical school, I was in my class were two medical doctors, right? They'd seen the light. This was years ago. This was in the 80s. They had their medical degree, they had their license, they've been practicing for a while, and then they said, this is BS, I need to do something else. So they enrolled in naturopathic medical school. They didn't have to do the first 2 years, which is all basic science stuff. So for 2 years, they were, you know, my classmates and taking all the courses I did and doing the clinical work that I did. Now, regretfully, the medical schools that practice naturopathic medicine, in my opinion, no longer practice naturopathic medicine, or no longer teach naturopathic medicine. They teach this weird hybridized BS nonsense, which is impassionately referred to as green allopathic medicine. So regretfully, the ways forward to learn these therapeutics are limited. I have a colleague in Montreal. He has a course that walks people through homeopathic medicine. But, you know, that's like a 4-year slog. It's not easy. And regretfully, there just aren't any naturopathic medical schools around anymore that are teaching naturopathic medicine, and more's the pity.
And that's a perfect reason why Dr. Glidden has a website where you can ask him literally anything you can think of from a health and wellness standpoint. If you go to samshalhoub.com, click on Dr. Glidden's button, it'll take you to his website. He does live question and answers twice a week. And you're getting a 30% discount if you use the code SAM. So I would encourage everyone to go to Dr. Glidden's website and become a member. I've used it. I can't tell you how many times. It's something that is absolutely necessary, especially when you can't really find a good naturopath anywhere on, it's difficult to find them. Doc, April Burgess said, can bone-on-bone arthritis be cured?
There's no such thing as bone-on-bone arthritis. That's a terminology that medical doctors throw around, just because they can, and then it becomes reality by consensus. So when I first graduated in 1991 and started working, I thought I knew where the point of no return was, because there is a point of no return. Like, I'm not aware of anything that's going to grow back a finger if you cut it off in a buzzsaw, heaven forbid. But after 37 years of doing this, I don't know where the point of no return is anymore, because I've seen remarkable resolutions of problems in 37 years, things that I did not think were possible. So my position always is, unless you're bleeding to death, right? Unless your life is in imminent danger of expiring within the next 30 minutes, then you use surgery as a last resort. You always attempt to cure the condition. Because this is a no-brainer, right? Because maybe you have passed the point of no return. Maybe your joints are too far gone. Can't fix that. Sorry, should have intervened 3 years ago. Maybe you're there. But we don't know that, number one. And number two, because this is holistic medicine, as you enjoin the therapeutic, it makes everything in your body stronger. So would you rather enter a surgical arena with an undernutrified and weak body, or with a nutrified and strong body? Well, the answer is obvious. So even if you have gone beyond the point of no return, you're going to be better off from the medical therapeutics anyway, and you might just get lucky and the body might fix it. And so my motto is always, always, always attempt to cure the condition and leave the surgical intervention as an absolute last resort.
Right. And everybody, I keep harping on this because I think it is so important. This is something I've lived by for over 40 years. You have to have the proper vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and essential fatty acids every day. How do you get those? I get that question all the time. It's real simple. Go to samshalhoub.com, click on the button that says Get My Supplements. It'll take you to a website where you can order Beyond Tangy Tangerine, Ultimate Osteo FX, and Ultimate EFAs. Those are the three main categories that you need to have right now. And if you go to my website, click on that button, it'll take you to a website. And if you have any questions on which ones to get, send me a message. I'll walk you through it. So many of you have taken me up on that. We still have 90% of you that have to get it done because we absolutely need it. We just don't get it in our food supply anymore. I don't know that we ever did, but to get it today,
we never did. And then this is a very important thing for people to understand. It is impossible to get everything that your body needs in order to fix itself or keep itself healthy just from eating food. Even if you owned 100 acres of the most organic farmland on planet Earth, you would still be deficient in minerals. My colleague, Dr. Wallach, years ago, he was in charge of a $25 million research project. And one of the things that he did, it was a really interesting study with ducklings. He had all these ducklings, and it was a controlled experiment. He broke them up into 4 groups. And from the moment they hatched, he gave different groups different levels of nutrients in their food, right? Some he didn't give any extra nutrients at all, and then 30%, and then 50%, and 70%, and then 100%. The ducklings that were given 100% of all their nutrients from the day that they hatched were 4 times as big as the ducklings that didn't get any. I mean, and this is just common sense. It's not rocket science, right? If I have 2 plants and I give one of them fertilizer and I don't give the other one fertilizer, well, which one's going to be bigger and stronger? It's the one that I gave fertilizer to.
Right.
Well, it's the same with the human body. It's the same with animals. You need to nutrify your body in order to optimize its structure and performance. And everybody, and by everybody, I mean everybody, is walking around planet Earth in an undernutrified body, and they have gotten used to, subpar performance. This is one of the biggest constant feedbacks that we get when people enjoying the therapeutic, right? They clean their diet up, they take the nutrients. Oh my God, I'm sleeping better through the night, and I've got more. I feel like I'm 18 again. I've got all the energy that I could ever want every day. Because, well, why is this? Well, because now, for the first time, arguably in your life, your body has everything that it needs to work, and that's a game changer.
Right. PJ Party said a chiropractor that does decompression. Sassy Minnesota girl said, I see a Gonstead chiropractor every 6 weeks. Donna Fox, one of our subscribers, Doc, said, I have stage 4 COPD. What can I do?
You can attempt to cure it. This chronic obstructive pulmonary disease often is a simple deficiency in omega-3 essential fats. But if you think this through, there are 90 essential nutrients that the human body needs, 90. And an essential nutrient means your body needs it, but it cannot make it. So essential nutrients have to be imported into the body. There are 90 of them. One of them is omega-3 essential fats, which are vitally important to the health and functionality of the lungs. EFAs are to the lungs what calcium and minerals are to the bones. If your body runs out of essential fatty acids, your lungs the friction in the lungs is going to increase. Every time you take a breath, it's going to create undue inflammation. Kind of like if your car runs out of oil, right? The engine's going to start to knock, and the pistons are going to start to knock, and then the engine's going to seize. Well, it just ran out of oil. Well, it's the same way with the lungs. So you need to support the lungs. But look, here's the deal. If your body is so deficient in one essential nutrient that you have a chronic condition, 5 will get you 10, that there are a bunch of other nutrients that you're also deficient in that are causing all kinds of other things that you've gotten used to. So how do we attempt to remedy this situation? We clean up the diet. We take the 90 essential nutrients. We do extra EFAs. I would do 2 bottles of the Ultimate EFAs at the 180 count per month. And I would do 2 bottles of the Good Herbs respiratory support per month for 2 months. And that should go a long way towards helping you to get on the other side of this.
Yeah, Donna. So go to my website, click on Get My Supplements, and order them directly from that website. And if you have any questions, send me a message and I'll walk you through it. Brian, go ahead.
Dr. Glynn, my wife's on thyroid medicine, and since her last born, and she just went and got a checkup, and they said they need to up her dosage on thyroid medicine. What would be your recommendations to not do that?
Okay, so the thyroid makes a number of different hormones. T3 and T4 are the main contenders, and the T3 is the much more important kind of all-inclusive hormone that the body uses in order to make things work. But the medical doctors don't give T3, they just give T4, which is levothyroxine. Why don't they give both? Because they're knuckleheads. I don't know why they give both, but they don't. So in order to help the body convert T4 into T3, you need selenium. So your wife needs to do the 90 essential nutrients plus selenium. And the initial dosage for selenium would be 200, the Ultimate Selenium by Eiffel Health, two times a day between meals, two times a day between meals for 4 weeks, and then 2 times a day between meals for the rest of her life. And she wants to have a conversation with her doctor to see if he can't switch her from levothyroxine, which is T4, to Armour Thyroid, or another product called Nature Throid, which is T3 and T4. Of every single solitary patient that I've switched from levothyroxine to Armour Thyroid or Nature Throid feels better just from switching. No nutrients needed, but you need the nutrients in order to upregulate everything. It's like that.
And Dave, you can go to my website and go right to that website and order those right from that website. Brian,
And again, think it through, right? The reason why does this happen postpartum? Well, here's why. Here's how many nutrients the body needs. Here's how many nutrients your wife had, and then she got pregnant. So the baby stole what's left. So this is why eclampsia and preeclampsia and postpartum diabetes and all these things happen. It's because the presence of the baby has wiped out the maternal nutrient stores. And now we're in a world of hurt, and we're kind of in an emergency. Let's intervene quickly here. And by the way, we're of the opinion that 100% of birth defects are caused by nutrient deficiencies. Some of them are caused by the presence of exogenous toxins in the blood, but most are caused by simple nutrient deficiency.
now before we get to the next question, I want to remind everybody, please hit that heart me. We're trying to get up to 50 heart me's today. It costs a penny, and we're trying to break out of this algorithm. So if you could do that, that would be great. Brian, one of our subscribers, Doc, said, what are your thoughts on the devil's lettuce? I'm not sure what that is. What is
THC, Sam.
What is it?
Mary Jane.
Oh, jeez, gosh. All right, Brian, jeez. He's the one always posting squirrels in the chat. I should have caught on to that before I said that.
Yeah, so it has therapeutic uses, and you can use it also to increase your spiritual awareness, to have like experience of different frequencies of reality. But if you're smoking the devil's lettuce on a regular basis, you are going to become lethargic, you're going to lose your motivation, and you're going to suffer from net negative side effects from it. There's a whole bunch of physiological net negative side effects. Most of them focus around the eyes and the urinary tract. I'm not really sure why. That's just where that medicine goes to in the body. So I would only use that, once in a while, not every single day like most people do, because it's generating a nation of people who just don't give a shit anymore.
April Burgess, one of our subscribers, said, I bought those all. They should let us use our HSA for those. Absolutely. That's
Yeah, they should. 100% they should, but they won't. And you know why they won't? Because it's curative.
Right. Charles Osborne said, Sam, do you get all the nutrients from your stack? Yes. 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 2 essential fatty acids. And then I take Ultimate Osteo FX, which is bones, teeth, nails, and hair. And then I take Ultimate EFAs, which are the essential fatty acids. So to answer your question, the Healthy Start Pack, that's exactly what you want to get. Oh, thank you, Charlie.
That's what it's called, the Healthy Start Pack.
Exactly.
But you want the liquid Healthy Start Pack.
Yes, you want the liquid Healthy Start Pack. That's a very important distinction.
Doug Rice said, Doc, what are your thoughts on the herb moringa?
Yeah, moringa is an interesting herb to use. So here's the basic drill, right? So the 90 essential nutrients are like the oil and the transmission fluid and the power steering fluid and the spark plugs and the air in the tires that your car needs. You need that stuff, right? Botanical medicines, once you've got that foundation in place, you've nutrified your body, you've stopped eating food that's gumming up the works, then you can and you should, on a regular basis, give your body some herbal support. And the Good Herbs Company, which is available through the same place, they've got prostate support, they've got respiratory support, they've got heart support, they've got circulatory support. They've got all kinds of, like 15 different formulas of botanical medicines that I recommend people cycle through every couple of months. So if you're a man, take a couple of months of the prostate support, and then do a couple of months of the respiratory support, and then do a couple of months of the circulatory support, then do some moringa for a couple of months. No harm, no foul, right? But you need the foundation in place in order to make everything work. And I'm a huge fan of botanical medicine use on top of the foundation pack. It's the cherry on the cake as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, Doc, when you said the prostate support, is that a longevity product as well?
Yeah, it's Longevity purchased the best botanical medicine company in the United States that was available for lay people. There's only one botanical medicine company in the country that does as good a job as Good Herbs do, but you can only get their stuff if you're a doctor. Then the company is called Good Herbs, and I could talk to you for an hour off the top of my head, telling you the reasons why these botanical medicines are better than any of the others. It has to go where they're sourced and how they're prepared, and this whole litany of things.
What's the name of that prostate product, Doc?
It's called Prostate Support.
Oh, that's what it's called. Okay, just wanted to
Good
make
Herbs
sure.
Prostate Support.
Got it. So a lot of people are saying in the chat that they can only send one heart me. Maybe you can only send one per show. I don't know. So that means we need 50 people to send a heart me to get us past this algorithm. So if you could do that, that'd be great. Brian, let's see. Nope, I lost my train of thought here. Or my nut said, who's a
By the way, in the appendix of my book, one of the appendices of my book, it's like 20 pages of the Good Herbs and what their recipes are and what the herbs are used for. It's a pretty nice resource.
Nut said that moringa is great for arthritis. Nut is one of our subscribers. He said it's higher than banana in potassium and higher in vitamin A than carrots. Is that true?
Potassium is a mineral. So the only way that potassium gets into a plant is if it's in the soil. So you can't say that moringa or anything else is high in potassium, because this batch of moringa might be, but this batch might not be, because there was a boatload of potassium in the soil this plant was growing in, but none in this soil that this plant was growing in. That's a disconnect. And remember, we don't do fractionated nutrition. You should not do fractionated nutrition. It will leave you dissatisfied. You got to give your body everything that it needs in absorbable recipes. Stop eating food that's coming up the works. And then on top of that, use your botanical medicines and your homeopathy and your chiropractic, your acupuncture, and you'll freaking be Superman.
Native San Diegan over on YouTube said, I remember water having a distinct taste back in the 70s and 80s, more so mountain and or spring water. Now, that's another very important point. I'm in the middle of negotiating with a filter system that I've been using for years. And it looks like they're going to be coming on as a sponsor. We'll know here soon. But I think it's really important that we did that. Tina Kelly on YouTube said, is hemp oil the same as THC? Doc?
No, hemp oil is different than THC. And I think you should experiment with hemp oil. I think it's a nice alternative, quite frankly, to fish oil. But you know, it's an in-house experiment. And this is a freaking problem, ladies and gentlemen. Sam just mentioned water. I cannot tell anybody with a reasonable amount of certainty how much water they should drink every day, because the research hasn't been done. And you know, I can't tell people what diet to eat that's going to optimize their function. I can tell them what not to eat. But you can go online, you can find 100 doctors, oh, it's the blood type diet. Oh, you can find 100 doctors, oh, it's the carnivore diet. Oh, you can find 100 doctors, oh, it's a plant-based diet, or you're going to die, mother. And who knows, right? The research needs to be done. It's not rocket science. If we had medical freedom, all of this stuff would have been figured out a long time ago. But we don't. And we're underneath the jackbooted heel of the pharmaceutical industry. And look, thank God for insulin. Thank God for lidocaine and general anesthesia. This isn't a diatribe about drugs. It's not the drug, it's how it's used.
We need to get you into the White House.
Yeah, 100%.
Good luck with that.
Well, I've got some feelers out, and I've gotten a response from RFK Jr.'s office, so we'll see if we can't make that happen.
Well, I've always said it. If Bobby Kennedy saw me, I could probably fix his voice within 6 months.
Well, and I'll get that communicated to him again, and I already have twice. Top Crop TV's here. One of our subscribers said we only need 26 more daily heart me's to hit the 50. So everybody on this live right now, hit that heart me, send it over. We're trying to break this algorithm, and we're getting there, but we're not there yet.
If you're not following Sam and you guys happen to be in here, it will be the follow button that will send the daily heart me.
Got it. Okay. Well, I think, Doc, we've taken enough of your time for our Friday health and wellness show. As always,
I appreciate you guys, Sam. I'm so happy to be here all the time. I have to tell you that this time of the year I start thinking about things like this. I don't know why, but I just do. That it's not easy being a naturopathic doctor in the 21st century, right? I mean, most people don't even know how to pronounce naturopathy, let alone know what the hell it is. And we just don't get the respect that we're due. And it always seems like we're swimming upstream. And I think, if I have to be very honest, although, I put on a stoic face, that wears away at you a little bit all the time. So when I am on a show like this, and I'm surrounded by a bunch of other very intelligent, very motivated people who understand the things, who think the same way, that it's a shot in the arm for me. And I think I get way more out of this than you do. So thank you very much.
Well, we're just so grateful that you're here, Doc. I mean, this is something I have been involved in for almost 40 years. And and it's something that is near and dear to my heart. And I'm just so grateful that you take the time to speak with us, to educate us. I'm so grateful that you put together a website that can help literally tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. They just have to be aware of it. And that's partly what we're doing here. And I'm so grateful for it.
Well, you know what they say, Sam? Illegitimi non est carborundum. Don't let the bastards grind you down. See you
no
next
way.
time.
Doc, thanks so much. We'll talk to you. We'll see. Will you be available next Friday in between Christmas and New Year's?
Absolutely. 100%.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll see you then, Doc. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Sam. See you later, boys. Thanks.
Thanks, Pete.
All right. There we go. All right, everybody. So we've come to the end of the show. As I said, this whole TikTok thing is, I don't know what's going on. If you haven't sent a heartbeat yet.
We still have more news.
Oh, did I forget some of those? Hold on, everybody. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Well, I guess we're not done yet. So Trump Media is going to merge with nuclear fusion company TAE in a $6 billion deal. A perfect example of vertical integration, Alex.
You're going to set up your power plant next to your data centers, starting with 50 megawatts, I think, and their end result is they're looking at 500. That's freaking huge power. Quite frankly, that's Donald Trump hair power.
Exactly. Dave?
Yeah, their primary goal is to get fusion technology to meet massive electrical demands for AI data centers. So,
but that's
money coming.
For all of you who don't understand what vertical integration and horizontal integration is, horizontal integration is like, say, you make one product and then you decide to make 2 products and then 4 products and then 8 products. Vertical integration is where you make a product and then you decide, you know what, I'm going to create a factory to make those products myself instead of farming it out to someone else. And that's exactly what Truth Social is doing. They're saying, look, we have a social media platform. We're going to vertically integrate. We're going to bring in our own nuclear reactor or whatever it is to power this unit. That is a huge move in the right direction. And I personally would not be surprised if I saw Truth Social and X become one company, but that's just my opinion. Who knows? Moving on, President Trump has signed an executive order making Christmas Eve and December 26th official federal holidays. Yes, Dave?
Well, bringing Christmas back, plain and simple. That's positive across the board. Family time, sit around to get back to the old days and get back to knowing your family instead of passing them in the hallway.
Exactly. Alex?
'Tis the season.
'Tis the season. Exactly. And then finally today, TikTok, they announced TikTok signed a deal to sell its U.S. entity to a joint venture controlled by, quote, American investors. The agreement is set to close on January 22nd. And you all know what I think. I think this happened a while ago, but now it's coming out in the mainstream. Alex, what do you make of it?
What's different about it this time is it came from ByteDance. This announcement came from TikTok. The primary ownership will be with the existing American partners that are already hosting the data for TikTok, and 19.9% will stay with ByteDance because in the foreign interference software, rules and regulations, they can't own more than 20%. So ByteDance still gets a piece of the pie. I think that was important, and that allows them to maybe give some details on the algorithms and some things that they consider proprietary. And I mean, it's a win for those of us on this platform. Hopefully it brings some changes to the platform, some free speech changes to the platform.
Exactly, as you cut out right then. Exactly.
Free speech, please.
Exactly. All right, everybody. So we didn't hit our goal today. That's okay. We'll hit it on Monday. But if you haven't sent that heart me yet, please, we need to get to 50 today if we can. Send that heart me while we're doing our final thoughts. And then, Dave, what do you got for final thoughts today?
Before we go to final thoughts, I wanted to play that little 4-minute clip of General Flynn. I think as we go into the weekend and we head into next week, the holiday season, and some other things, some things that he says might give us a little bit of holiday hope and cheer, but just please indulge me for just a moment.
Sure.
Wow, the hat transferred too. That's freaking great.
What do you think about the grand jury impaneling for the grand conspiracy that's taking place right where you are right now, there in the Southern District of Florida? There is now a grand conspiracy that is going to span, I think, years in order to try and rig elections against President Trump, rig, obviously, lawfare against President Trump and yourself. And people are, it seems like they're quite nervous about this one, as we have been fed from some of the people inside of this process, teasing out like this is going to be the true main course for justice in Trump term 2. Your take, General.
Yeah, so for everybody, the conspiracy never stopped. So it wasn't like people go, there's a right? I don't know, an expiration of whatever crimes they committed back in Russiagate. That conspiracy continued, and that's what we're seeing with this grand jury down here in Florida, and the things that we're hearing. I mean, all the lawyers are all, like people are lawyering up, etc., as we have seen. So here's where I think we're at. I think into the new year here, we're going to probably see, if not a lot of subpoenas issued, we're going to see some indictments issued. I also think that the president, I think he'll talk about it tonight a little bit. I think he's going to talk about our elections and what has happened to our election system, because this is all part of the same conspiracy. If you start off with Russiagate as the beginning, right, 2016, summer of 2016, even earlier than that now that we know, but summer of 2016, and then you continue to follow the conspiracy to basically undermine the Constitution of the United States of America and undermine a duly elected president during Trump's first term. That was sort of Russiagate. Then you had Impeachment-gate. Then you had the election, and I'm going to tell you the rigged elections are very real. This is not conspiratorial. I think Trump is he knows it, and we're going to see a lot more of that. So this conspiracy continued, and we just talked about the raid at Mar-a-Lago, Jack Smith, right? Geez, where'd that name go? Well, believe me, I'm part of a federal case against him. It's a civil case, but we are working with the Department of Justice on that one to turn it into a criminal case, which they should do. So this conspiracy continued. I think what we're going to find that these kinds of things take time if they're done properly. I know people are frustrated. I'm frustrated. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm not. But I will tell you the way that it needs to be done, by the book, legally and morally, and they are going to discover, because people will start to talk. Once subpoenas are issued, and there have been some issued, I understand, and through the lawyer network, that people are going to start to talk. And I've been on your show before and mentioned a couple of names of those people that I think are going to be the easiest ones to talk first. Guys like Clapper, right, if he makes it to the next year. So I think it's good news. I think it's positive news. It's news that needs to come, and people are waiting for it. And I think those are the two areas that President Trump is going to have to deal with, and he has been, in his own way, in his own style, and that's accountability of these people that committed this conspiracy to undermine the Constitution of the United States of America and The other is our elections and making sure that our elections are
Yes.
fair. We have to get people will go vote if they believe that the elections are fair.
Yes.
And that's what has to happen. And people off-cycle elections like the midterms and all this kind of stuff, people have to go vote, and they will vote if they believe that there's been positive changes. And I know that President Trump, believe me, he's up to his eyeballs in that. I know that for a fact. And he's going to do all that he can to make sure that our elections are as fair as he can possibly make them. And it won't be easy because there's going to be a lot of people who don't want them to be fair fighting against him. And that's where the American people, your audience, has to stand our ground and say, this is what we demand.
Excellent. Excellent. Words of inspiration from General Flynn.
And General Flynn loves the TikTok shop. So
Exactly. Dave, final thoughts?
we'll see. Trump's schedule today is cleared, but I know he's working harder than any other president we've had in the history. So I'm sure this weekend will be exciting, just like anything other. And looking next week, we're excited to go into a beautiful Christmas White House. So it's going to be fun to see.
Yep. Alex?
I think some of the important things that he just said out loud were after the first of the year subpoenas and indictments. It is going into the midterm. He is saying we need to vote. That means in the primaries too. So all of us that are patriots and in this show, left, right, center, whatever, it doesn't matter. Primaries are super, super important, and they're going to be here before you know it. Time, everyone. Can't make more, can't buy it, and it's not lost on us that you choose to spend that hour with us. Thank you for the gifts, the kindness, the messages, the support, all the heart me's that are popping up there on top of that head right there. That's what we're talking about. I hope you guys have a blessed weekend. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, and honorable mention to Charlie, Top Crop TV, Benji 1959, Chan Lovin being grandma, Melissa Flinner, Sassy Minnesota Girl, David, Teresa Freya Contractor, JP Metal Slayer, Wendy, Hometown Girl, April Burgess, DC, Vicky Veronica Joy, Doug Rice, Kevin Kiesler, B Ravens, Full Mental Jacket, Lisa Piquel, and the list goes on. Thank you all for the gifts. And as we move forward into this time of Christmas and New Year's and all the things that are going on, let's just remember that the best is yet to come. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. We'll see everyone Monday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Alex.